Good evening, everybody. This is Parvati, HR manager from 360 Digit MG. Yeah, I have a total, 14 plus years of working as an, totally into talent acquisition, recruitment, talent management, and all. And today I would like to share, no, I would like to give a session on how to build your resume. And I would like to let you know, how a resume should not be prepared, and what are the things you need to take care of to prepare your resume, and what are the steps you need to follow, like basic things, like what are, like if you can include your profile pic or not, and what kind of email IDs and what kind of phone numbers, what is that you have to include, and what is the format, or what are the templates. All these things I would like to share today. So yeah, let's get started. Let me start, no, share my screen. Okay. So whenever you want to create a resume, basic things such as side headings. I've been observing in couple of resumes that they would, what to say, they would use different font sizes for different side headings. So you need to make sure all the side headings are of the same size. And I've been observing that many of the resumes there are different fonts, different colors also, and different sizes, which will really reflect a very wrong precedence. Okay, so please remember one thing, that your resume is your face. The potential employer or recruiter, he's not, or he or she is not looking at you. They are looking at your resume, and this reflects your face, isn't it? You agree, right? You should ensure that the basic housekeeping things, or basic simple things which you need to take care of everything, that is should be properly done, so that there are no glitches. Okay, what are those basic things? Ensure that the font size, font type, color for all the side headings is same. Okay, side headings means, you're able to see, right? Educational qualification, software knowledge, areas of interest, personal skills, these are the side headings, isn't it? So these should be uh, of the same size or the same font, whatever font you are using for the first side heading, the same should be used for all the other side headings as well. The size, the type, and the color. Okay, and heading of sections must be bigger of font than the text within it. Okay, for example, yeah, you could see here, right? Yeah, in this career objective, the career objective and uh, should is in calibre 11, and whereas the text within it is also calibre 11. Okay, that should not be followed. Like if career objective is of the caliber something of calibre 11, then at least the text within it should be at calibre 10 or 9. So the text within it should be of the lesser font. Okay, headings of the sections must be of the bigger font than the text within. The equal font, it doesn't look proper. So there should be, there should be some small variance. Okay. And next thing is grammar. You should take care of the grammar, the grammatical mistakes. Okay. Because the grammatical mistakes will take you down completely. For example, if a sentence should end up with a full stop, then you need to check and know, you should end a full sentence with a full stop. And nowadays we have Grammarly, and we do have spell check in the Google Docs and the Word docs and all. They, whenever there is an error, they show that error. And if no error is seen, so you install Grammarly for the basic kind of things. Grammarly would surely help us. Okay, for you need not use the paid version of it. But yeah, for the small sentences or no small corrections and all, grammarly would really help in a good manner. I mean, it will really help us to for the grammar check and all. We can use Grammarly. And yeah, next thing is, yeah, for example, take a date. Okay, when date should be of a one format. Okay, if we are using, for example, let me show here. See here, you could see, right, 30 oblique 07 oblique 1996. You make sure that it is the same manner all over the profile. Some places it should be people use oblique, and some places people use hyphen, and they give spaces also. So inconsistency should be taken care of. Full stop should be taken care of. I mean, I must say that this session would sound like a English session. If you're feeling so, then yes, it is, because these things will help you build a better resume. And coming to braces also, when you're using braces, make sure you are giving a space before the braces, and a comma, and also next word you need to give a space. And sometimes double spaces are seen. Please cross check. All these things will be taken care. I mean, there will be error C. Okay, so make sure these things are taken care. Proper cases should be used, and if it is in a proper sentence, proper cases should be used and should be ended with a full stop. And if it is a bullet point, it should not be ended with a full stop. You need to make sure all these things, right? If you have bullet point, then the bullet point should not end with a full stop. But if it is a paragraph, yeah, obviously it should end with a full stop. And name of a college, all the proper nouns should be in proper case. Okay. And see, why am I telling all these things is, how does it reflect where you put uppercase sometimes and lowercase sometimes, and not using the proper cases at all? It does reflect in a in a wrong manner, right? So all these things should be taken care of. There should be consistency. You need to maintain that consistency everywhere. It should be consistent enough. Okay, so these are the few basic housekeeping things you need to take care of, right? And coming to some keywords like the skills you are using on the profile, and coming to some any unknown terms you are using on the profile. When if you are in doubt, and also if I see, even if I am in doubt also, then I would do the basic search on Google. For example, how do we write MS PowerPoint? We write it as MS space power space point. P would be capital, M, S would be capital, and P and P power, P in power and P in point would be capital too. Okay, there people write like, they mix everything. MS power in small case, and point also in small case, and without any space. Instead of writing as you like, just do a basic search on Google before you put it on your resume. Okay, I would suggest, definitely I would suggest, if you're in doubt, please do that basic search. And it is nothing wrong in doing it, isn't it? Okay. And yes, they look at these basic things. And if suppose I'm coming across for a position whose resume is shabby, okay, I'm recruiting someone for my internal in-house recruiting, and if I come across such a resume, then I would surely think, how shabby that person would be. If the person is not aware of the basic grammar, and he's not maintaining that consistency, I would definitely think, how inconsistent that person is, whom we are going to hire for our organization. This is not only thought of me, this will be the same thought by others also. Okay. Yeah. And one more thing, what, HRs, or HR professionals, or the recruiters, whoever are pre-screening the profiles for the initial time, they are well trained on all such basic things. Companies train them on these things, and they ask them to figure out if such resumes are there, then they ask them to just ignore such profiles. And nowadays, they are using automated tools or application tracking systems, where they dump your profile on in those databases or in those applications. It will automatically no give the scoring for your resume. Okay. Like, how your details have been put on your resume, basic or basing on that, your template, the resume templates, how you have created the resume template, basing on that, your resume gets shortlisted. By that, I mean, the scoring by that ATS will be given by the automated. This is automated system. Okay, this is the software application nowadays, which is in trend, and they are using this software application to screen the profiles. Okay, depending upon the score you get, after your passing that after your resume passes to that portal, depending on that score, the organizations or the recruiter, whoever is working personally, they would take the call. So what am I telling is, you need to ensure that you are using proper, what to say, you're using proper templates, and templates which look good, like those templates which should not look like 4 to 5 pages, essay writing kind of things, but instead limit to 1 or 2 pages. 2 pages is more than enough. And if you are really very much experienced, yeah, I would definitely say, like, it should go for 1 2 or max to max 3, but 2 pages for a resume is good enough. Okay. And for a fresher, yes, obviously, you will be having some projects to be included, right? So yeah, 1 or 2 pages max is enough, and more than 2 pages, it would not look good. Okay. And you can give in all the details, and if you want, you can know we can search for the templates over Google, and there are n number of templates available on Google, resume templates. You can use those. Okay. And also, if you are including your profile, if you want to include, it is nothing wrong to put your photograph on the resume, but make sure you put the photograph which looks professional. Okay. It shouldn't look like a selfie kind of pic, and it shouldn't look like you have kept some function, you have attended a function and you took a pic in that function, you look good, so is the reason you have put that. No, please avoid all such things. You should keep your photo in such a way that you know it should look professional. Okay, we have the passport size of photos which we usually give for submissions, online applications and all, for submitting the applications and all. Such kind of photos should be used, because I'm raising this point over here because I have been seeing profiles where they really look like wedding invitations with all borders and all, and they use all the multicolors, which is really not good. And yeah, pics, of course, yeah, we can keep, but I've been seeing pics, which are look like sometimes selfies, as also sometimes they look like as if they have took their pics in some of the functions or any occasions and all. So such kind of basic things should be avoided. Okay. So now, next, going to the projects, like how should you project your project. See, here in this particular sample resume, he has not properly given the explanation at all. He has just put that successfully demonstrated the mini project title on interfacing of DC motor. I don't know why he has kept that only single line of mm, project. But whenever you have the experience working on the projects and all, make sure see that the project is not is not a one liner. This tells about our inconsistency, right? Like you should rather see that it should have some good information about your experience with your projects. So you would start with the project name, then project description. It should be a one liner. Theme and business problem, you need not call out, what is the main project and all, but for example, you can briefly explain, like, if suppose you are working or doing a project for SBI, we can mention as, as a leading bank in India has a problem that a lot of customers are churning out to private banks. This can be put as a business problem. And next, after the business problem, you can give the technical solution, like, you're going to talk about the algorithms and all, like whatever algorithms you have used. And I say that, I've been seeing that, the data science projects you'll be using the cocktail models, like your unsupervised learning techniques or supervised learning techniques. In unsupervised learning techniques, you should be using the clustering, and within clustering, you should be using the DB scam. Whatever you are using, please mention those things. And coming to the supervised techniques, what did you use there? Like, you can mention if you have used neural network or any other techniques. What techniques did you use, like XGB, like extreme gradient boarding, if I'm not wrong, boarding. You should see that, your project is or as elaborated as possible, and it should never end in a single line. Okay, please make sure, because you will be judged on the projects you have done and the quality of the projects you have done. Again, what is your experience you have gained through working on those projects. And next, coming to the technical solution, you can also mention if it was a cloud implementation or a premise implementation. Yeah, if it is a cloud implementation, you need to make sure you're, listing out it on your project, because world is moving towards cloud, right? And if you have used it, please mention that, because it would be noticed by the person who is screening your profile. And next, along with the business problem and the technical solution, algorithms, you can also add the tools you have used. Tools like, did you use Python or R programming or etc, etc, whatever you have used. And you can also include the libraries that you have used, because you don't have any real time experience, right? So if you are a fresher, definitely the projects you kept, the projects you listed on your profile would judge you, right? They will be judging you based on the projects, the skills you have used for doing the projects and all. So you can also always include the libraries that I've used, and you can just please call out what all you are aware of. Okay, like NLP, the techniques, if you're aware of the database SQL, languages, whatever languages you are used, and whatever languages you have experience with in working on the projects, these things can be put on the resume. And yeah, ending, you can end with the business benefit. Like, you can say, always the result should be not fake. Like, for example, by doing this project, there was a reduction in the customer churn by maybe 13% or 12%, whatever it is. Please make sure that you're using the realistic numbers. Do not put up fake numbers, because the fake info is not needed. We are here to represent what we have learned in a better manner, right? So we need to end the project in such a way, so that, uh, the person who is looking at your profile will really get impressed by seeing all your projects. This is how your project should be, and this is how you should put your projects, not just in a single line. You should put it in a you should give the all, as much as you can, the detailed information regarding your projects. Okay, and imagine if you're done with 4 projects, and if you're in a if you have given everything in a detailed information, think how people will feel happy seeing your resume, isn't it? They will definitely feel happy, right? This is what happens when they no when they understand that seeing your profile, no they will understand like how experienced, I mean, how much experience you have working on the projects, what all the skills you have used, just like that. If you are not aware of that skill, please make sure not to put it on your resume, because it's in an interview, if they ask you some questions on your the skills which you have mentioned on your projects on your resume, and if you're not able to answer those questions, then it would really look very odd, isn't it? Because you have you have done your profile, if you have done your project, and if you are not able to explain your project properly, then it would really look very odd, right? If you are not able to tell what you have done, what you have learned. So if you're not aware of the skills, yeah, and if you really want to put them on your resume, learn those skills, learn, have the basic knowledge of the skills, for what, which is for what those skills are used for, and all. When the interviewer is asking you about the skills, you should be in a stage to answer regarding those. Okay, so this is how you need to prepare for the projects, and this is how you need to um, write your projects on your resume. And next thing is, coming to the coming to from the point of 360 digital energy. I would also need to focus you on few more things, like, after done with your assignments and all, you can download your complete certificate of completing your course, right? So after certain downloading your certificate from LMS, that is our AISP, by downloading, I just don't want you all to sit idle. Keep them on, I don't keep them on your desktop also. Okay, now that you are learning data science for upskilling yourself, you need to post them on LinkedIn. Okay, so that potential recruiters or employees get to know, and we ensure that it is liked by our team as well, so that it reaches the maximum audience or reaches a wider audience. Okay, and next, you go and update your resume on various job portals like Monster, Naukri, Career Builder, Indeed, whatever it is, wherever you are applying your job boards, go ahead and update your resume on all those job boards. And you know what? When employer or recruiter searches for resumes, the resumes which get recently updated will pop up first, okay, or would appear on top, and you will start getting the calls. And if you're not getting calls, trust me, if you're not getting any interview calls, then it is simple that you're not doing enough for your profile to be projected. Okay, and next thing is, we have accreditation with IBM. So you follow the same process. You can get another certificate, that would be certificate number 2. And please don't wait, go and update them. And the beauty is, right? You update your profile, which means you are actively looking for a job. Okay. And if you're a fresher, it is no harm in specifying it in the subject line, saying that you are open for a new job, or looking out for a new opportunity, or you're looking out for a new assignment, something like this. Okay, and if you are enrolled for our professional course, you'll also get a certificate from UTM, which is top-notch university in Malaysia. That is University of Technology in Malaysia, one of the top 201. And I've been say repeat the same thing, publish on LinkedIn, and update your profile on Naukri, Monster, Indeed, Career Builder, whatever the job sites you're applying for. Yeah, please go ahead and do that. And this is what is needed at the time of R. And along with these certificates and all, you will be also working on live projects. Live projects, I mean, you'll be working for Panastatic or Inner Datatics, wherein you are entitled to work on 4 projects, that is 2 plus 2, where 2 for data science and another 2 for AI plus deep learning. Rather, I would say it would be for deep learning. Okay, when you do the presentations, post it on LinkedIn, and by doing this, what I said, that you will be notifying the employers, right? So please update your keep updating your profile on LinkedIn, and at the same time on the job portals too. Okay, this will do nothing, but yeah, it will increase the amount of visibility you're taking care to present yourself. This means that you are actively looking for a job opportunity, and this means that how eagerly you're trying for a new opportunity, new job. Okay, this is what will be reflecting for the employers or the recruiters. Okay, obviously you will be keep on updating your profiles a number of times, right? So obviously your profile will be popping up in the first queue. So obviously the recruiter would feel that this person or is actively looking for new opportunities, and has done their best to update the profile. I mean, the profile has been drafted in such a way, it will definitely impress the recruiter or the employer, whoever is looking at your profile, right? So this is how it works. And for a project completion also, you will be getting a certificate from Innodatetics, right? So with all these, with the completion of all these, you will be having 7 certificates and 4 project details. This means that you should have almost updated your profile, or posted on LinkedIn, or update projected this towards the to reach the wider audience almost 11 times, right? Which will be, this everything, this which will this thing which will be going on in a span of just 2 to 3 months. This seems like, you are, hyperactive. No, not just active. It is seen that, you are hyperactive, and you're, eagerly waiting for a job opportunity. So once your profile is shortlisted by the recruiter, then you will be getting the calls, and depending upon the calls, you need to present yourself. And when you're talking to the when the first level of screening is also done, you, from the day one itself, you need to prepare yourself, and you need to strong in a you need to speak in a very strong manner, so that, the you should sound confidently. Like, though if you are a fresher, it is no harm, you should sound confident enough to attend the interview. So yeah, by doing all this, it means that, you're showing your interest, how how you're putting your all complete efforts to make justice for yourself, to place yourself in a good organization. So yeah, you need to follow all these basic things, and this is how you need to write your projects and all. And yeah, please limit your descriptions and all for um, few lines, so that, your resume is not more than 1 or 2 pages. Okay, so this is how you need to take care of your projects and all. This is how you need to prepare your resume basically. And yeah, when you get time, please do see the sample templates over Google, where, where we are finding a number of templates. And as I said, please do remember basic how things should be avoided, and basic errors, basic mistakes should be avoided on the resume, because nowadays they are not manually looking at the profiles. They are using an automated system, application tracking system, or some software application to give the scoring on your resumes. Depending on the score of the resume, they will proceed further. So we need to take care of all these things too. Okay, so this is how you need to prepare your resume. And I said the do's and don'ts as well. So let me check if I have any questions for me. Give me a moment, please. Yeah, I could see that there are no questions for me. So yeah, thank you so much for joining this session. Yeah, all the best, and yeah, please do your best. If any questions, you can feel free to write us on the you in the comments as well. Yeah, we would surely address them. And yeah, thank you so much for joining this session, and we'll meet you all soon. The coming weekend, next weekend. So till then, have a nice weekend and take care. Thank you so much, friends.